All right, good morning, girls and boys. Today we're going to do chapter 5.5. Essential question, how can you use a model to divide by a decimal? So today, if you need to use the base 10 box, we will have those available for you. Okay, so let's read this problem. Lisa's making reusable shopping bags. She has 3.6 yards of fabric. She needs 0.3 yard or 3/10 of a yard of fabric for each bag. How many shopping bags can she make from the 3.6 yards of fabric? So what information do we need to know? We need to know the total number of yards of fabric, which is 3.6 yards. So our total .6 yards. And how many in each yard or amount for each shopping bag, which is 0.3. So we're going to shade a model to show 3.6. So you could shade or you could put it out. So 3.6 would be 3 and then 6/10. Okay, so if we were to cut it apart and show tenths, how many tenths would we have? So that means if we were to take these apart and make tenths with them, we would have 30 tenths. So there are 12 groups of 3/10. So that would mean if I took these apart and I turned it into tenths, you would do that 30 times and then you would divide it into 3. So 3.6 divided by 0.3 is 12/10. So she can make 12 shopping bags. Okay. So why did you make each group equal to the divisor? So this is the divisor because you're dividing 3.6. Why did you make it equal to the divisor? I need to find the number in groups of 3/10. So that's why we made groups of 3. Okay. We're going to skip number 2. And we're going to look at this one. So number 3, it says Dennis has 2.7 yards of fabric to make bags that require 0.9 yards of fabric of each. Describe a decimal model you can use to find out how many bags he can make. So we can shade our decimal models. So if we have 2.7, that is going to equal 27/10. So we would turn 2.7 into 27/10. Then we would put them in groups of, we put in groups of 9/10. All right, now we're going to also show how you can use a model to divide by hundredths. So we're going to use our decimal models and colored pencils if you want to. Julie has $1.75 in nickels. How many stacks of 25 cents can she make from 175? So if we were to look at this model right here, we have 1, and then this is 75 hundredths. So this is 1, and this is like our and 75. So there is 1 1 and 75 hundredths. if we were to cut it apart, we would have groups of 0.25. So that means we would make little groups of 0.25, and then you'd have 7 groups of 2500ths. Use your model to complete the sentence. So if we divide into 0.25, you would have 7 stacks. Okay, so you would take that and you could divide it up into groups of 0.25. So Julie can make 7 stacks from 0.25. So again, you're going to take this number 1.2 and you're going to, which is equal to 12/10. So think, what's 12/10 divided by 3/10? And you should have gotten the answer, which is, the answer is 4. Okay. I'm going to have you do 2, 3, and 4 on the Share and Show. All right, thanks guys. If you have any questions, please make sure you ask Mrs. Mallory.